Let's try this again, shall we? Now we are live. Good day and morjesta YouTube as well. Welcome to the stream. We were just going over our latest work. Our awesome artist Ilumski has been working hard to create a new NPC for the game. This is, well, I'm just gonna say it. Meet Heezy. Heezy is the first goblin in the game. And Ilumski has done awesome job at bringing him live. So this is gonna be the very first NPC enemy in the game. And here he is chilling. And we have 3 animations already. We have the idle, we have run. This running is so good because of the belt buckle. It's really sells the effect that he's coming fast. He is coming fast. And then lastly we have a new animation, which is the attack, and I love this is so good. This is like he's really like awesome stuff, obviously. And today we're gonna be working on bringing these into the game and kind of like making it work right. So there's a couple of things we gotta do first before we kind of like get into it. I'm thinking we should do a new animation, which is gonna be a mirror version of the running animation, because we have 2D characters, 2D animations in a 3D game. We can still like go. The NPC can go in like many directions. So if we only have like one running animation, well then we're gonna play like wrong animation to the wrong side when he's going the other way around. So obviously we need a new animation. So Heezy run 1. So let's do another one. Animations, NPC animations. So we have Heezy run. I'm just gonna create run mirror, and here we go. So I think we have kind of like figured out ways to make this easier. Yeah, exactly. You make the X. I can't remember if it was both X and Y or something, but let's see. So if we copy paste the shit, it's just gonna be the same, but what we can do is put the record on, and I think we can just change the parent into minus. Let's see, minus 0.2. All right, so he's gone because of that. Let's try this again. 0.2. There it is. And there it is. Electro, how's it going, Electro? Bonjour. Look at him. There he goes. He's coming for your booty. He's coming for your loot. And this is the Heezy. Awesome. So that's basically it. We have a mirror run animation. All we gotta do is kind of like make sure that he is at the same place. So he doesn't change where he is, which has been a problem on some of the cases. So for example, here's the running animation, and if I swap over to the mirrored, yeah, so it's a little off. So I think what we could do is just give him a small nudge. We're just gonna give him a small nudge or something like that, and that's probably gonna be all right. Let's see. Yeah, so that looks like it's matching the health canvas, and the health canvas is kind of like a anchor point of where the middle should be. So I think that's really close. Let's put the record off, and now if we switch over to the run, it should be very close. Yeah, I think we can live with that. Awesome. All right, next up we gotta figure out a little bit of animator expansion. So when we are entering the kind of like the animator, we are going straight to idle, which is fine. What I want to actually do here, is I'm gonna take some reference from our older work. So let me just go over to our NPCs, and we're gonna see how for example, Louhi works. So Louhi has animator here, and she has this kind of thing happening. So we're going into idle, and then we are going is moving into true into walk state machine, and then we have like this kind of like four states walking, and yeah. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna double check. So when we're basically going to the empty state, then we're going direction, and we're skipping exit. Do we have the interruption source is set to none. Then we are exiting with direction change condition, and we have interruption source next state. So that is very important. So I'm just gonna take a screenshot here to kind of like give myself some reference of what is happening. Gonna put it on paint. So that's a good reference point. And then we're gonna take a look at the base layer. So we have the combat. We're going from any state with combat trigger mirrored. I'm just thinking like, is it mirrored? I think it is mirrored, yeah. This is actually a little confusing, so the names of these are kinda twisted. Let's change that. So Louhi fight animation, and this is Louhi fight animation mirrored. Yeah, so that makes more sense. All right, let me just double check what the triggers are. There are the triggers. I'm using the same. I'm basically using the same script to call the animations or the animator. So that reason I'm gonna do it the same for every one of them. So I don't need to do like different controllers for all of them. So that's basically why I'm doing it like this. Yeah. So that's basically all there is to it. This seems to have like can transition to itself. Yeah, so we gotta have that on. So let's take that. Let's take that as a reference as well, and I think we're gonna be good. All right, let's get working. Electro says that, oh wow, nice goblin. I'm good, by the way. I just taught my friend how to use the git commands. Nice, nice. Those are really important. Never neglect git commands. All right, so let's go under Easy again, and we're going under Goblin. Let's see if I can maybe the scene edit scene, maybe this. Yeah, this is good. All right, so we need first of all we need all these triggers. So we have is moving, direction, is in combat. So we need int direction. Then we need a bool in combat. What else do we need? We need. By the way, this is a little bit of a little bit of a not like this. There is no way, as far as I know, to copy these parameters. Like you can only delete them. Like what is this shit? Why can't you copy the parameters? I don't think it makes any sense. Like last night I was just trying to like hold control, hold shift, like, and then control C, like, no, you can't do that. Combat trigger mirrored. So we need two triggers. This is combat trigger. And then we have combat trigger. I think it's mirrored like that. Combat trigger mirrored. Then we have end combat trigger. End combat trigger. Do we have anything else? Direction change is also a trigger. Direction change. Or is it just dir change? Yeah, it's just dir change. Dir change. And then lastly, we have combat trigger, which we already did. Nice. Good stuff. Illusi says that of course the shoulder padded arm with the sword should be on the other side of the character and second arm vice versa, but that's more polish. Yeah, I honestly don't... Yeah, I think it's just funny. I think it's just funny when we have a little bit of that happening. Alright, so basically what we did is we have a walk state machine. So let's do a new sub-state machine. This is going to be called walk state machine. And we are going to go ahead and remove these. And what we can do actually here is I think we can copy them. So I'm going to go back to, for example, the Lohi, which we can find over here. And I'm just gonna steal her walk state machine. I'm just gonna copy this. You can copy these, but you can't copy the parameters. Make that make sense. So if we go over here, we should be able to copy these motherfuckers. Yeah. So like you can see, we are going from entry to empty state, which was the one we wanted to do. Then we have 4 different walk animations. So when you're running north, when you're running west, south, and east, basically. And right now we only have 2 running animations. So we're kind of like seeing which one would make sense. So I think obviously west is going to be the... Obviously, it's going to be... Let's see if we can find Easy Run. So, I think Easy was running to the right by default. So, we're gonna do the mirrored here. And then we're also gonna do... This is kind of like a... What's it gonna be? But I'm gonna do so that west and south is gonna be the mirrored. So we're gonna do the mirrored here as well. And then the north and the east are gonna be the regular like east running. So let's just pick Easy Run and Easy Run as well. Alright, so now he's gonna be like facing right when he's running north and east, and he's gonna be facing left when he's going west and south. I think that's gonna be alright. Obviously, if this game becomes a thing, we're gonna add like all these animations to north and south as well, but not right now. It's just too much work. All right, so we have walk state machine. What we can do now is do a transition to this, and we're just gonna go into the empty state. Let's see if that was the right thing to do. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. So what I actually want to do here is make a... I think it's just a walk state machine. And this way it goes from the entry. Yeah, that's better. And then we're gonna go ahead and no exit time. We need a condition. This is gonna be this moving true. And then we're basically gonna do another one from any state. So this means that if you are doing anything, you can go to attack, basically. And yeah, that's what we want to do. So we're gonna do a transition from any state to attack. And let's see what we did here. So I think what we did is did we take any reference to that? I don't think we did. Laretsky, good day. How's it going? How's Lare? Are you feeling healthier? I got a little bit of throat and mucus kind of thing happening. I hope it's nothing serious. But I did do a comeback to gym yesterday. I was feeling really devastated after it. I think the kind of like the workout was fine, but I was feeling like shit afterwards. So we're gonna do... I think it has to be mirrored, because I think the default one is you're hitting from right to left, so I think it's mirrored. And we're gonna do the transition to itself. No exit time. No exit time. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Then obviously from attack we're gonna go back to idle. And I think we did a couple of things here. We did the end combat trigger, and then in combat is false. I think those are the ones we had. So we kind of like have a very simplistic shit happening. Let's see if I got it right. So I'm just gonna go over to double check how, for example, Louhi works. So new boss bots, Louhi boss. All right. So how was this? How was this? So any states into mirrored, combat trigger mirrored, yeah. No exit time. Can transition to self, yeah. And then we're going here. Speed, yeah. So this is actually something I kinda wanna do really soon, maybe this week. Is I kind of want to change how the fighting happens. It might be a big overhaul, or it might be something that's done in 15 minutes. I don't know. But it's gonna be better. It's gonna be better. Let me paint you a picture, alright? So, basically, right now our combat is like silly simple. Basically, we just have like we're kind of like triggering like, alright, so we have combat. And then we have we kind of like go into this animation state where we have the animation, and we just like loop it. We just loop it. And we kind of like try to make the loop to such length where the kind of like real hitting, this is combat manager. Combat manager is like every second. So when second happens, we do hit basically. And we're kind of like just hitting basically 1 second, each person gets hit. And this has nothing to do with the animation, which is bad, but it was easier to do. So what I kind of want to do is the combat manager would, after the second, this is the 1 second, it would kind of like tell the animator we are hitting. And then obviously the hitting we could like better manage it when the kind of like hitting happens, and then it would match the actual hitting better. So I'm actually like thinking of changing this week or next week. I think it's gonna be pretty big. I don't know if it's gonna be a big change though. So yeah, in combat force and combat trigger, yeah, and we're going into idle. I think we got that right. All right, so we are done. We got some chat. Let's see what you guys wrote. Homebrew, seal of approval. Good Wednesday. Hey, Brogax, what's happening? Hey, we're doing animations and we're kind of like doing NPCs. NPCs are happening. Mr. Cosmo sanoo, että nyt pääsee tutkielmakirjoja, että voi raasikata striimiä. Let's go. Grats, Cosmo. Lara says that I'm better. Still this day as sick, on sick leave. Tomorrow I will work from home a bit shorter. Headaches are still the main problem. Damn, what's up with the headaches? What's up with the headaches? I'm sorry to hear that, but it seems like you're getting better slowly. Ilse says that I also did a sportsy thing yesterday. We ran/jogged the whole round with dog on her morning walk. Hey, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. Vastuullinen liiketoiminta tutki EU. Okay. Cool. A type of topic I would have died out and stated boring 5 years ago, but these days I do see this kind of stuff actually a bit of interesting. Kind of same, yeah. I would kind of like argue that's kind of boring as well, but yeah, I think that's kind of important. It's kind of important, dude. All right, so we have the Heezy. He's got the controller. He's got the shit. Let's test her. Let's test him out, shall we? Let's test him out. So basically, he should be roaming Let's. I actually have already kind of like set him up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check his. I'm gonna change these names, by the way. I'm gonna put the Heasy first. Heasy bot spawner. Then we have. I don't know, bot spawner sand, like sand bot spawner. Ice bot spawner. And then we're gonna have cyan bot spawner, and then we have black bot spawner, and these are all right. All right, so let's check out the Heasy bot spawner. So we have 2 of them. Let's make it 4. Let's make it 4. Let's give him some loot. So currently I don't think they really drop loot. So let's check out our design document. I think we had a little bit of a design session last week where we were talking about his loot. So here we have Heasy. They're gonna drop food, tier 1 gear. I think they are actually gonna drop the tier 1 trident, and then junk and blood. Yeah, so the blood is really important. So what we can do is we're gonna go under the drop tables. I think these could be renamed as well. I think this is just hard to look at. All of them look drop tables. I think they should start with the mob. So let's rename. This is gonna be Ayatar drop table. This is gonna be black bot drop table. This is gonna be cyan bot drop table. This is one of those things like you start to appreciate like the naming conventions when the project like starts to grow. So this is gonna be fishing 0 drop table. This is gonna be fishing 1 drop table, and so forth. This is gonna be drop table fishing 2 drop table, and lastly fishing 3 drop table. Then this is the drop table gray bot drop table, Louhi drop table. All right, then we have the mining 0 drop table. Just like these small changes can make a difference down the road, because you don't have to like open them up or anything like that, you know. Mining 2, mining 3. Obviously very boring thing to do. All right, so we have fishing 0, fishing 1, fishing 3, fishing, then we have gray, blah, 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 blah. All right, good stuff. So we need one for Heasy. And I think we can use as the base is the gray bot. Where's the gray bot? Gray, where are you? There. All right, so let's use this as a basis. It's gonna be Heasy bot, Heasy drop table. Let's make it so that it can drop 2 items. It's gonna drop blood 20% of the time. That seems pretty fair. It's gonna drop berries. I don't know, like let's make it 40% of the time. Then I think it like has a small chance of dropping like a sword. So let's do black sword. Where's the black sword? There it is. Let's make it like a small chance, like a 0.5%, like 5%. Mega Burger, good day. 5% chance of dropping black sword. Yeah, that seems probably fair. Then we're gonna have him drop junk. So I think he's gonna drop a boot, like 1% of the time. Let's make it 5% of the time. And then trident. So he has a chance of dropping the black trident, so people can fish. And I'm gonna make it like, let's make it 5%. You're gonna be getting these quite often. Quite often. Alright. It seems that just that this flu came with headaches. My daughter had same and it was a week with fever and headaches. Damn, so it's probably different than what I had. Yeah, I had high fever and what else did I have? Well, it was mainly high fever and kind of like muscle ache. And then it came with, you know, like cold symptoms later on. Alright, so now we gotta go under the bot. And we need an NPC stats, so let's do that as well. So these are named nice, so it starts with the... It kind of like starts with the name. So let's take like black bot copy. This is gonna be easy bot stats. And we're gonna make them easy. So the black bots apparently have 555. I think we're gonna do like 3 5 1. They have no defense. Maybe we'll do something like that. Then we're gonna go under easy, and we're gonna drag and drop these bad boys in. Basically, we need to do the NPC stats, which are here, and then we gotta do the drop table, which is under H, easy drop table. I kind of want to clean up my player states. I think I'm gonna do it now. This is kind of like a thing that's not really important right now, but I'm gonna do it now. So what do I mean by cleaning up player state? Is that okay, let me just choke real quick. All right. So what I mean by that is basically that we have a lot of components, and both the players and remote players and bots share this. So it's not the most sophisticated one, but basically what we could do is do a little bit of a kind of like a header here. What we could basically do is kind of like this header thing. So health bar script is actually kind of like the first one, yeah. So let's do, this is kind of like player components. Yeah, let's do like player components and then change to bot components, bot only components. Let's do these, so player only components. All right, and then basically player only. Okay, so we need one more actually. So this is, let's do one more. So we're gonna do one more, and this is gonna be like player and bot components. So they both of them have this. All right. So health bar, damage taken, base controller. I think both of them need it. So I'm just gonna like cut them out, take them here. Then we need animator for both of them as well. So there's animator. Then you have my network object. It's also needed for both. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Those are like for both of them. Then we're gonna do player only. So obviously player controller, inventory, equipment, player tag, respawn handler. I can't even remember what this is. What is this? Show respawn canvas. Ah, it's that one, yeah. Yeah, that's player only. Then we have kill count handler, yeah, equipment handler, drop table for bots, obviously for bots only. Let's see here, kill count, equipment, network, transform. This is gonna be for both of them. So this is going here. And let's see here, harvesting overlay over for bots, NPC stats, obviously for bots. Then we have save manager only for players and bank state only for players. Yeah, so as you can see, I think this is going to help me along the way. Because now we have kind of like this. We have a kind of like a good thing going. Let's put this under here to make more sense. Now if we look at our player state, hopefully we didn't lose the references. Hey Kovalaki, how's it going? Good to see you, dude. So hopefully now when we take a look at this. Okay, so we did lose the references. Holy shit. No, never mind. I'm looking at bot. So now when we're looking at the references here, we can like see that player and bot components are filled. Player only components don't need to be filled because we are on a bot. And then we have bot only components which are filled. So I think this is good stuff. It makes it more organized. And it's gonna be easier to see what you need to fill. Yeah, so let's get over there. I don't know what this error is, but it's not a real error if you can clear it. Now let's have a look. Does the beautiful easy bots work? Should we do a prediction? Let's do a prediction, guys. Do the Heesis work completely? Yes, and lol no. I'm giving you guys 2 minutes. What do you guys think? Will the Heesy bots work? Let's see here. It's good. It's props. Gonna go to a university in the future. So approximately after Armeija. Studies for business, I assume. Do you already have an idea? Which cool. Most props gonna go do engineering in Tampere University. I'm in Lukio. I went on a business weighted studies, so basic Lukio, but business studies next to it. Had to study less Ruotsi. That's a big win. Hey, Vatski, how's it going, man? You came at a nice moment. We are just about to test Heezy out. We're just about to test Heezy. Ay. Any believers? I can only see doubters. Bam 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 bam. Let's see where we're spawning. We should be spawning in the start. Yeah, we're spawning in default spawn, so that should work. Vatsky believes. Let's go. Let's go. We have a believer. Vatsky, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you want to go back to Japan? Hey, Ilpo is here as well, just playing the odds. I just read a piece of news that says that Japan's population shrank like 800,000. I don't remember what was the age period or the time period, but like Japan is having like a massive birth crisis, like very similar to South Korea. Already thinking about booking flights for this November, December. Yeah, so I'm gonna say like 8, 9-ish. All right, time is up. Let's try it out, guys. Do the Heezy's work? We are gonna see right now. We're gonna see right now. Here we go. Are the Heezys? Yeah, the Heezys are here. Do the Heezys run? Where's my weapon? There it is. Do the Heezys? Yeah, they are running. Look at them go. All right, so that guy is a little bit of backpedaling, but it's all right. Look at them go. Hey, look at them go. There they go. All right. So this wasn't the full prediction, by the way. So we gotta still check whether you can fight them. I'm gonna unequip my weapon because I don't want them to die instantly. All right, here we go. We are punching them in the face. They are hitting. The animation is not synced, and I think they have... Ooh, we already got a black sword. What the hell, dude? Yeah, so... -2! He hit me for -2. What the fuck? Did you see that? They healed me. What the hell? Scuff damage. Yeah, that's a little scuff damage. Oh my god, that's so funny. What was that? I didn't know it can... I had no idea it could be minus. Great, just a feature. Yeah, so obviously they don't have a shadow, so we need to fix that. And their animation is a little bit off. Their layering is a little bit off. So we got a lot of work to do, but it's not far away. Yeah. What the hell was the -2? How can it be -2? I want to see that again. Like, was that a one-time thing? Like, what the hell was that? What was that? Bro doesn't heal with kisses but bunches and violence. Very goblin indeed, yeah. I love how they look. I think they are the perfect first mob to the game. They really are. Yeah. They're way smaller than I anticipated them to be. I think, yeah, we can make them bigger. I kind of like tuned them down. Was there another -2? Okay, I didn't see that. Alright, so like, does it actually heal me? I kind of want to see that. So let's eat the berries. I'm gonna take off my gear. I want to see if it... Well, it's not gonna happen now, is it? Well, let's take some damage first. I think they should be able to hurt me. Yeah. I think my HP is over 20. Guys, I think my HP is like over 20. What is my health? 20? Why does it feel like I'm not getting hits? It feels like I'm not taking damage. Okay, now I'm taking. Okay, there it is. There it is. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a little bit of damage here, and then we're gonna equip. Okay, so now we're gonna equip. Let's put the armor on. Let's see if it actually heals us. The items are a little bit floating as well, so we gotta take a look at that. Okay, come on, hit me, hit me. Hit me -2. Give me that -2. Give me the -2. I think you overhealed from the previous combat. Yeah, that's kind of like the feeling I got as well. But I don't have any proof yet. Okay, so no -2s now. Like, how can it be -2? There's something wrong with the damage calculations. Where's the -2? We got a boot. I'm still hitting too hard. Where is it? The layering is wrong. Killing them is fun. I like killing them. Okay, so they just stopped doing it. So we got a black trident, by the way. Black trident on the ground now. Come on. Come on! We got it at least twice. Maybe it only happens when you're full health. That's interesting. Death animation. Yeah, death animation would be fun for everything. We're definitely gonna do that later on. So, was it... Do I need to be full HP for that to happen? Or could it be some item? I think I have the... Oh, there it was, there it was, there it was. I missed it! Okay, so let's see. So we got a -1. What is our health now? 17. I think we were less HP than 17. I think we got healed. They do like 4 swings. Yeah, they have that animation. I think we got healed. Yeah. These goblins look special. Yeah. And if we're looking at the loot table, I think the drop table, I think that's looking kind of nice. So we got a lot of berries. We got some boots. We got 1 black trident, 1 black sword, and some blood. So I think that's actually perfect. So let's have a look at what the hell is happening with the damage. What the hell is happening with the damage? So I'm just gonna like close all of this shit. Close everything. Combat manager. How can it be that we're getting hits negative? So if we're looking at calculate damage, so we're taking base weapon damage, which I think should be by default. I think this should be like wait, I don't get item tier level. I think this is returning, yeah, it's by default it's returning a 1, so it should be 1, so that shouldn't affect it. So let's see here, we're taking strength, attack, defense, hit chance, which is attack / defense. So obviously the hit chance is gonna be like horrible, but it should be clamped to 0.1. Then we're taking random number, we're reducing, so we're defense. Wait, can this be... Wait, so if defense value is, for example, like 40, what's that number? So if it's 40, we're multiplying with 0.08, it's gonna be 3.2, alright? Then we're going like, alright, so here's the max damage, we're doing like base damage, so it's gonna be 1 plus... So it's gonna be 1 plus... then we can do strength value, which I think was like 3 or 5 or something. What did we give them strength value? I forgot. 3 strength. So 1 plus 3. Okay, so this sucks. So 3, 5. What the fuck? 3 divided by 5. So we have 0.6. So it's 1.6, right? 1.6 minus... Yeah, so this can lead into a negative value. So that's it. So I think what we gotta do is we gotta do a little bit of... we gotta check that if the value goes under 0. So basically, we're gonna do like... If max precise is smaller than 0, then it's 0, yeah. And then we're gonna round it up to 0, and then it should be alright. Of course, you like this is the thing, like when you have a calculator, you need to like double check, like is 1.1 plus 2.5, is it 3.5? You gotta like double check it. That's what you gotta do. So yeah, that should... And then it's gonna return a random range of 1 to 0. Is that gonna be a problem? I think at this point, should we let them hit for 1 here? Can you clamp it so it never goes under 0? Like this is a I think this is a design philosophy. Like, so if somebody has like insane defense, should we still let them hit for 1? I think we should. I think we should still let them hit for 1. Yeah. That's kind of like how I see it. So I think what we're gonna do here is if the damage according to the defense reduction goes under 0, I think we're gonna let them hit for 1. Yeah. Because otherwise they would never hit you. They would never hit you because you either miss by the hit chance or you hit for negative value. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna just make it 1. This is basically not gonna do anything. And then yeah, this is gonna like make it 1 again, and then we're just gonna return 1 to 1, and it's gonna do 1. Okay, so that should fix it. Then I'm kind of like thinking, yeah, so that might do it. That might just do it. Let's take a look. Hadouken, how's it going? Let's test it out again. But yeah, the prediction is the prediction was true. Does Easy work completely? Oh, I kind of made a trap for myself. Shouldn't it be equal or less than 0? I think you're right. I'm gonna put the Easy down working completely as not. I don't think it worked completely. Cortex, how's it going? Where are you from, my friend? Welcome, welcome. I think you're right. Let's make it equal. Smaller or equal. Rip points. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I don't think it worked completely. It wasn't far, but I don't think it worked perfectly. At work doing daily web dev grind. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that, but hey, at least you're at work. Vaka, good day, Vaka. How's it going? All right, let's give it a go. Here we go. We shouldn't be getting negative values anymore. Next, we gotta like figure out a way to. We gotta figure out a way to kind of like layer them correctly, because they are not like matching perfectly. Yay, did not lose 2.5k. It makes money, so it puts food on the table. Yeah. Yeah, it's hey, they hit me. I think they hit me. I think they hit me. By the way, I just realized that you can just log off to get full HP. I realized that you can just log off to get full HP in the game. Okay, so we definitely gotta put that under a to-do list. All right, let's do a new. Oh man, I just realized. To do loot on the ground. Holy shit, loot on the ground, please. Easy and others need shadows. We need shadows. Then easy layering. Easy layering is wrong. Save HP. I think we need to save HP. Hey, old dog, good day. Make combat logging. Does the game have HP regen by resting? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't, yeah. Save HP. Then bosses should probably regen. All right, so this is a lot of stuff to do. Apparently, like obviously, I think we should work on these right now. So there's some of the like dropped items are just like way too small, which needs to be fixed. Slowly over time, out of combat region plus food. Then you just need to save the current HP and load it on login. Yeah, it's not difficult to do, but it's one more field that we gotta save. And that we gotta like set when we log in. Yeah. I don't know, should the game have a slow health region? What do you guys think? I'm not a big fan of it. So we have one more thing we gotta do is like dropped item size is inconsistent. And then we have the fight animation trigger system. This is a little bit of a bigger thing. If you don't want to work more, then no, but players would respect it. I think it's gonna undermine the fishing a little bit. I think the fishing is gonna be, it needs to have some value. So I think the fishing is gonna be that thing. There are some ways you can get food, obviously from the bots, and you can collect berries. So you shouldn't be like completely lost if you like you're low HP. But yeah, not a fan of region either. Only maybe at certain place. That's not a bad idea. Like, I think there's gonna be the sauna at some point with the Saneravatar inside. So maybe you could like heal there. This guy NZ, how's it going? Good day, good day. Are you from New Zealand? The kind of that if you wait for an hour, you probably reach full HP from one. Yeah, so it would be like really slow. Hey, let's go! I love New Zealand. New Zealand is such a freaking majestic and magical place. And I am a huge Lord of the Rings fan, so it's kind of like, it's you know, it's just like adding 1 + 1. If you add 1 + 1, Lord of the Rings, New Zealand, you just gotta love New Zealand. Nice to meet you, dude. Most of us here are from Finland. We are literally from the other side of the globe. It's not too bad here, you too, but let's go. One of my close friends lived in Wellington for, I think he lived there like 3 years. He had some major home issues. I don't know. I always like considered him to be kind of like this restless soul. So he literally packed his bag and moved as far away as possible. And yeah, he was living in Wellington. That's where I am. Let's go. How is it? Is it any good? All right. So I'm pretty happy how that works now. Let's get working on these bugs. All right. So a loot on the ground. That's really annoying stuff. So it's just like spawning. I don't know. God, like where is it spawning? It's spawning all over the place. So how do we fix that? Let's do a commit first. Heezy is now in the... Heezy is now working and the animator is set up correctly. Renamed a bunch of assets to be more readable. What else did we do? We fixed an issue where having high defense could make the opponents to heal you when attacking. Oh man, these are... Imagine if these were patch notes. These would be ridiculous. These would be absolutely ridiculous. Not a lot to compare it to be honest. Yeah, I can imagine. Like, how often do you guys, like, normally on average, like, travel to somewhere, you know, like that is in New Zealand? Because as far as I know, you guys are pretty isolated. So if we go in Google Maps, let's go. Like, it's literally like I'm living here. I live it here. You are living Where's Wellington? Let's see here. I think it's on the... Isn't it in the north? No, that's Hamilton. Where's Wellington? Why can't I... Why doesn't this stand out? Christchurch. That's a... There it is. It is on the north, yeah. Alright, so... Like, it's so isolated. It is so isolated. Like, it's probably gonna be pretty hard to get... Like, you can probably go to Australia fairly easily. But then, like... Holy shit, like, how are you gonna get out of here? How do you get out of there? The old dog says, I mean, Stardew Valley had the fixed a war crime patch note. This guy in New Zealand says that I've spent way too long on making an entity tool. I forgot to make any gameplay. Yeah. Sometimes it do be like that. You're like you're just like trying to create this cool feature and then you've been doing it for weeks and then you're like, oh yeah, so yeah, I probably should have done something else as well. It's like nobody's gonna like appreciate this. Zep Code, good day. I went to Christchurch a few years ago. It was pretty nice. Zep Code, where are you from? Christchurch. This must be the most Christian city I've ever heard of. Christchurch. I want to go to the harbor. The bridge. This is the bridge. That's a cool looking logo there. The bridge. Oh man, look at this. Oh, look at this. This is a freaking paradise. Like, there's just a lady drinking coffee or taking a picture, I don't know. Children playing. They have the adventurer hats. They have adventurer hats like all the Kiwis, you know. And what else? We have Bridge Street Dairy and you can do lottery. Let's go play here. I like that. I'm a gamer. I wanna gamble. Nice. That's the bus color I'm looking for. Cyan. That's a good color. That's a good color, dude. Really good color. Ristusrotta. Oh my god, that's me! Knowing Kiwi's humor, most likely the namer was an atheist. True. Yeah. These guys are living the dream. They are living the dream. I would love to visit. Is New Zealand as hazardous as Australia? Because we've had some people from Australia and they are not kidding when they say like I've killed way too many spiders in my day. And there's like crocodiles and alligators just... Oh, look at that. Look at that. What is that? Bower joinery. Awesome. That looks like good time. Like I could see myself like having one of these and just driving to all of the festivals in the country. Gambling, that's a nice bus color. I mean, a local pinkish ones are good too. But the teal cyan one is nicer, yeah. We have pink buses here in Oulu. The people are a hazard. Oh man, look at that guy. He's like, this guy's judging. Like, poof, American Google. Here in our lawns. Get out of here. Get out of here. We have maps. We don't need your maps, you stupid American cunts. I don't know. Maybe I'm taking it a little too far. I don't know. What do you guys think about the Americans in New Zealand? I don't know. Not sure if anything can kill you there if you don't count the drunken Kiwis. The buses are a big hazard. Nah, that's accurate. Oh man, but hey, nice to meet you guys. I would love to visit, but if we take, let's say, can we like, what is the site where you can like, I don't know, book a flight? Maybe we can do like just Google Maps. Let's try that. All right, so we're gonna go from Oulu all the way to Wellington. Let's see if we can like recommend some flights. It's only 1 day and 8 hours. Only 1 day and 8 hours. That's not too shabby. I could do that. Like if I leave now, I'm gonna be there next week. 2.4k? Holy shit, that's all the money I have. Only a bit of 30 hours, like holy shit, that is so expensive. Like do you wanna buy a new GPU? Like do you want like a 5090 or do you wanna go to Wellington? Yeah. Would be 50 bucks for me? How the hell would it be 50 bucks for you? Yeah, so 2.4k 50 hours. I can see how it's the cheapest. You're gonna be spending your whole lifetime there. Finnair connections, damn. Yeah, so 53 hours and I'll be there, all right? This guy in New Zealand, if you don't mind, maybe you can, I don't know, maybe I can stay at your place. I'm gonna be there next week. See you soon. I'm gonna be jet lagged out of my mind. That's pretty extreme. All right, so what were we doing? What were we doing? You could try a boat. You could try a boat. All right, so loot on the ground. Let's go one at a time. Let's go one at a time. Just like we're gonna nail these pointers. So loot is spawning off the ground. That is the first problem. And how we're gonna fix it? Well, I'm gonna show you how to fix it. I'm gonna show you, all right? So what we gotta do is we gotta go into is it inventory manager? I think it's inventory manager. Which I think this name of the manager is a little misleading because it's not really managing your inventory. Yeah, it's like, I don't know what I thought when I created this. It has nothing to do with your inventory. It has all to do with dropping items onto the ground, which is not very inventory-like. I thought you fixed the item dropping. Yeah, so we changed it so that it didn't spawn underground. So here we are kind of like, we're doing this. And I'm kind of like thinking like, what should we do? Loot Goblin Manager. Oh, let's have a good day, good day, good day. This guy in New Zealand. Can I ask what are like your do you guys like do sports? Well, like what are your like main sports in New Zealand? Like is it rugby? Or like what is it? What do you guys do? You need a caring class that talks to the manager. That's funny. So this is, I think this is responsible for it too. I think this is responsible for it. Yeah. So the drop position is just gonna be the spawn position now. Let's see if that fixed it. I have my doubts. But that could honestly be it. That could be it. Rugby, I guess. I don't follow any of that crap. So what do you do? What do you do then? Rugby union, rugby league, cricket, association, football, basketball, horse racing, and netball, says Wikipedia. Huh. All right. So I know nothing about any of that. So I am with this guy. Fuck that shit. All right. Let's see where the loot spawns. All right. We're gonna be farming the shit out of these guys. So that seems to me that it's still very much off the ground. I think that's very much off the ground, yeah. So that's like, how much is that off? It's 1.6. It should be like somewhere around here. Let's see if we can get like something else. I'm actually like considering to adding like a rigid body to the fucks. Because if they had rigid body, they would like fall onto the ground. I wonder what that would look like. What if we had rigid body on them? I kind of want to test that. Am I crazy? Just spawn the loot high enough, let it fall. Yeah, exactly. Old Dog is kind of like has the same idea. Let's try that. That might be the most stupid thing I've done today. But hey, what the hell? What the hell? Let's have some fun. So we need to go under dropped. We need to go under the dropped item, which is here. And what are we gonna do? Okay, so that's a little weird. It's set up like that. So I think the box collider gets enabled later on. So let's do this. We're gonna do rigid body. 2D. Does it need to be 2D? 3D? 2D? 3, 2, I don't know. Yeah, it can't have 2D apparently. Rigid body 3D. It's gonna have mass of 1. I'm just gonna let it be like that. Yeah. Let's go. It now has a rigid body. Let's see how that fucks everything up. Viva la Dirt League is from New Zealand. True. I do like those guys. They are a lot of fun. They probably do one of the best like video game parody content there is. Rugby is like American egg ball in hand, but for real men that are scared of getting hurt. Yeah, that's kind of like what I've thought about it as well. It seems like way more brutal than American football. Hey, that was actually pretty cool. That was actually pretty cool. Did you guys see that? Oh my god, that was... Holy shit, that was awesome. I love that. It just fell onto the ground and then it got like raised up. Like, what the hell was that, dude? That's actually really cool. I can't believe... How did we get 2 black swords? It's supposed to be like really rare. That's actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I love the effect. Like it's kind of like dropping down and then it's kind of like raising up. Like that's kind of cool. We could add some directional move to it. Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah, we're gonna go with this. The rigid body was a good idea. Like I can't believe it. And we can still loot them like nothing else, or like ever before. Oh, but you can push them. Yeah, we don't want to do that. We can push the loot. Oh my god. Yeah, I think we need to. Yeah, I think that's why it's jumping on the spawn. Yeah. Add a collision check that ignores everything else except ground. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. That's funny. That is funny. So this guy from New Zealand says that's code work game kids. Hey, that's my life. That's my life. So additional questions. What do you code? And what do you game? Yeah. Mega Burger, hi, how do you feel about the unemployment service offering a job, but I don't have the appropriate education for the job? Interesting. So Mega Burger, there's a couple things here. First of all, are you interested in the job? Second of all, you should probably apply regardless of if you think it's interesting or not, because how the unemployment office works is basically that they wanna like they try to help you to get a job, and they are going to offer you some jobs that you should apply to, and if you don't, here's the chooser. This is the apple juice. If you don't, they are gonna fuck you up. Yeah. So basically, if they recommend something to you, if you are qualified, you might get the job. If you are unqualified, well, you can apply, but you're never gonna get the job. That's basically what I'm saying. And if you say no, if you don't apply, then the employment office can be like, yeah, so we're just taking your money away, and don't bother calling us for 3 months. Yeah, so that's what they do. Add a collision check that ignores everything else except ground. Yeah, so I'm kind of like thinking, should we add it on the item? Or should we add it to player? We can do either. I think we should probably do it so that it is the dropped item. So dropped item layer is on default. So let's see here. We have a bunch of these values here. Gonna change my location real quick. So we have the mass drag, angular drag, use gravity, interpolate, collision detection, layer overrides. If we exclude player, what happens? Or change Unity physics collision settings. Yeah. If we exclude player, what's gonna happen? Because if a goblin walks over them, collision. Yeah. Yeah, so I think this is still gonna be a problem. I think the bots are gonna be touching them now. I think the bots are gonna be touching them, right? So maybe we need to exclude them as well. So how are they gonna work now? So they just fall. I really like the kind of like the initial effect though. Yeah, so now it's really hard to even see the effect. They are dropping, but it's pretty hard to see it. Why did the sword become red? Wasn't it red or like? Wasn't it red? Yeah, so now it's very like it's subtle. It's subtle. I think it's pretty hard to see when the dropping happens, but it does work so that they hit the ground. Okay, so there was something. What was that? What was that? What the fuck? What was that? Oh, I think they collided with each other. Yeah, I think that's what happened. So they basically like collided with each other. I kind of like have this thought like, what if we changed it so that like once they drop to the ground, then they would become kinetic. Like what if we did that? Or what if they were kinetic all the time? I should probably check that. So I'm gonna do not it will reduce calculations. Yeah. So I'm just gonna like make them kinematic. Let's try that. I think if they're kinematic, they can't be moved. Like they don't really like register physics. Let's try that out. Yeah, so now they're just dropping. Let's see. They are really dying. I'm one-shotting them all. Yeah, so they shouldn't move now, like, at all. There's one more thing, really, like, the loot kind of disappears on you, but it might be just because the server is resetting. I still like that effect. I think that's cool when they kind of like drop, especially the bigger things. Yeah, upon hitting the ground, kill collision calculations. Yeah, I think like if you could move them for a small, like this, the moment they die, maybe you could like track them a little bit. Like that would be kind of like high tech. That kind of like, that's the thought I have. But now you're not gonna be touching them, and I don't think anything can move them. I think this is the way to go. Yeah. I think that's good. I think we're gonna go with this. So we're basically just setting it to kinematic, and that's it. Let's push that. Remove the offset of the loot. We could spawn them even higher now to kind of like sell the effect more. Would that be better? I'm gonna give it one more try. So let's add the drop position here. I don't want this. I want this. No, I want this. So where was it? Here, the drop position in the spawn of the ground here. So let's try this again. Spawn them in the skybox. There's gonna be raining loots. So I just want to see how it is if we spawn them a little bit higher. So it's gonna like really sell that idea. Spawn some RNG spawn orientations, some spawn high enough. Chaos. I think one effect would be kind of cool as well. Like if all the loot was kind of like in a bag, and when they drop, they would kind of like break down, and then it would spread. I think that would be kind of cool as well. All right, let's see where it spawns now. Okay, so now it's just like doesn't what? Wait, what? The what? What the fuck happened? Huh? What did I change? Did you see the leaked pictures of Oblivion remake? No, I did not. I don't fucking get it. Like, what happened? What's happened? Why did it stop moving? Some RNG. Did you see Oblivion but made with Unreal joke was made real? Oh man, that I really like those fan-made, or kind of like, you know, well, I think they're kind of like fan-made mods or remakes or whatnot. I think they're so cool. Is it like the Sky Oblivion or whatever, like the big one? It's gotten a lot of hype. Like why they stopped dropping? What happened? Like, am I losing my mind? Like, what did I change? They just stopped dropping. Or is it the fact that my inventory is full? Can that be it? Like, what the? I don't freaking get it. I don't freaking get it. Yeah, they just stopped dropping. Gotta head off, bud. Have to get up early. Nice to meet you and good luck. Hey, it was so nice to meet you. I hope to see you again, and take care. Take care, dude. We're gonna catch up next time. I don't freaking get it. Like, what's happened? What's happened to my drops? Did you guys catch it? Did I change something? That you said like max falling distance to set it to kinematic. I don't think I changed anything. I just did this, and then I removed it. Huh. I don't get it. Maybe it's it's not supposed to be kinematic. Maybe it's not supposed to be kinematic then. And maybe it should like it should include only ground. And I don't think we have so we have environment, and then we have the beta island. So what if we layer this as, I don't know, ground? Let's do like ground layer. And then we're gonna make the beta island layered on ground. Why did we lose? Feels like we lost the render. Did we lose the rendering? Kill. Hey, it's good stuff if RuneScape is back. Alright, so we are not rendering the new layer, so that's good stuff. Let's take a look at the main camera. Let's take a look at the culling mask. Yeah, so it should include the ground. Okay, let's test that out. And then on the dropped item, where is it? Here. This is going to include ground and exclude everything except the ground. Maybe. They said the visuals were made with Unreal, but the game logic with Creation Engine. I'm not sure how they do that, but that's what people are saying. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. All right, let's see. Yeah, we're gonna do. This is gonna be a survival game. All right, so they are definitely dropping again. Can you move them? Just gonna try to like run on them or something. Okay, so I can't move them. I think that could be the solution. Mitäs kylkyllille? Right, so these tridents are just like so small, they need some love. Alright, so I think this might be the way to go then. I don't know what happened, like why did they stop dropping like all of a sudden? Töihin. Alright, I'm happy with that. Let's go. Let's leave it at that. So let's see here. So we remove the offset for loot. Added a rigid body for the dropped item prefab so that they drop nicely onto the ground. Changed the layer of it to, or like change the layer matrix of it so that they only interact with ground layer. Change the ground into ground layer and added ground layer into the main camera's mix. I think that's pretty much it. It could have even a little bit of bounce. I wonder how you would do that. I think it would be cool if it bounced a little bit. But I'm not sure how to do that right now. So let's go with this. Alright, good stuff. So we can, first one done. Alright, then we need shadows. We need shadows. Because it is Shadows of Tuonela after all. How we're gonna do shadows is, I think what we did, I think we can take a little bit of a look of our player. So basically, let's actually go one step further and do the character. So we basically have this sprite library here, blah blah blah. All of this is nice and dandy. Then we have a shadow caster, which is, I think these are kind of like copied of these. And then this one has, or these guys have a different material. They have the shadow lit. And let's see if I did. Yeah, so they only cast shadow, so that's it. Okay, so I think that should be pretty like simple. Let's do that. So we're gonna go into NPCs. For example, Bothisi. And what we're gonna do with him is we are going to add a shadow caster here. Shadow caster. And then we're gonna copy all of these bad boys. All of these underneath here. And then we're gonna go and cast shadows only. And then they need a new material. And it's gonna be the shadow material. I think it's under here. No. Where's the shadow lit? There it is. So I think we can... Okay, so not... Okay, let's not do that then. I think we can do it like one at a time. Yeah. Let's see if we can do it all at the same time. I guess not. So the material is now shadow lit. Can I just... Alright, so I think that works. They are now all shadow lit. And this should basically do nothing else than cast the shadows. Let's try if that worked. So giving them a shadow is gonna make them pop off and pop out from the background. Yeah, they have shadows. Let's see if they move when they move. Yeah, look at that. There they are. Alright, so they are already looking a hell of a lot better. So we're gonna do that for all of the mobs. So we're gonna go to... I wonder if the bots have them. They do. Alright, so they have shadows, at least the black bot. What about the cyan bot? They have shadow caster as well. Then we're gonna take a look at the bosses. Boss bots. So we have Lohi boss. And you are gonna get a shadow caster. Shadow caster. And we're taking all of these, copy them underneath here. Then we're gonna change the material into shadow lit. I'm just gonna copy this into the main materials folder here, and this is gonna be the new material. And then we're gonna go into the debug and change the shadow casting shadows only. There it is. That should work. And then we're gonna do this one more time for... Gonna do this one more time for Ayatar. So we're gonna do empty shadow caster. I think I'm gonna raise it up here. Then we're gonna copy all of this underneath here. Make it cast shadows. Shadows only. And then we're gonna lock this. Take the material. My material. Where is it? There it is. Shadow lit. Okay, so it's still not here. Like, what the fuck? How is it not? Where's the material? Material girl. I think it's there. No? Where is it? Let's make this normal. There it is. Alright, so that should be it. Cool. Now, what the fuck is this? Like, I want you and you to come here. So they are here. Like, why does it look like it? I don't fucking get it. I don't fucking get it, but that's fine. Alright, so I think that should be it. Now let's go see them in action. So I'm gonna go on to Louhi. Let's go see how Louhi is. What did you guys think about the new RuneScape game? I watched like 10 minutes of gameplay, Lyric playing it. Alright, so she definitely has shadow. Let's see if it moves. Yeah, there it is. That's a beautiful shadow. Alright, let's go see Ayatar. Ayatar, where are you? Here we go. Yeah, so she is. Yeah, she's not doing well. She does have a shadow, but she has other problems. So it's gonna be number 8. Ayatar fixes. Ayatar fixes, but the shadows are done. So I'm gonna call that a win. Added shadows to the existing mobs in the game. Change the location of shadow lit shader. Alright, good stuff. We have another win. That didn't take long. So let's take that away. So easy layering is off. I already tried to fix him, but he was a little bit of stubborn. So let's take a look at what we can do to help him. So where is he? Here. Easy. So what's up with you, dude? So easy. I don't think the sorting group worked. But basically he has these like sorting layers. It's like it's 20. It starts from 20, goes all the way down to player layer 11. And I think that should be it, like, right? What are the layers of, like, for example, like these rocks? These rocks are correct as far as I know. Player 10. What about this bush? Player 10. So I think as long as I think 10 is kind of like the sweet spot. So if it's player layer 10, then they're gonna be good. That's kind of like what I think it is. So why are they like that? Let's put the bot into the scene. So if the bot is on the scene here, what's wrong with you? So I've set the sorting group player to 10. I wonder if it has something to do with the pivot point. So so 20. My Unity feels a little laggy. They are bigger than 10. Is that the problem, that they're bigger than 10? Is that the problem? Is that the issue? Like, should it be only so that like his legs or something should be like smaller than 10? So what I'm gonna do, what I think I'm gonna do about this is let's remove their movement so they're not gonna be moving, and then we can probably test it out a little bit better. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go, boys. So, oh yeah, we've respawned here. I didn't want to spawn there. I wanted to spawn in default spawn. Let's give it a go. Here we go. Alright, so let's have a look. So they shouldn't move now. If I'm like beside them, I'm going behind it. Like it feels... Yeah, I think the problem is that it's kind of like it takes too long for me to go through it. Which means that maybe they're like here, I think I am further than them. So that this is the reason why it feels off. Yeah, like look at that. I'm like further, but I'm still getting like outlayered. So how do we fix that? How do we fix that? Where is the easy? So if we take this easy for example, so it looks like his pivot is there. I think what we could do is just like change these values. If I change this value, does anything happen? No, so I don't hey. So this does work. If it's less than 10, then it kind of like works. So if it's 9, what about now? So if I go, but then it's gonna be like, yeah, so that now it like doesn't think that I'm ever behind him. So what if I don't sort at the root? What if I like do this? Hey, no, it's still not it. So how should this work? I think it's pretty close now. Okay, I am front of him and it doesn't look like it. Maybe I should just have this and none of the others. So what if I sort at the roots and then like have all of these? Like I don't know, like just fuck these, like I don't know. Have them on another layer. What happens? Still not perfect. Okay, so now they're on layer 0, which means that they're gonna be all over the place, but is it... It's kinda... Still not perfect now, isn't it? Well, isn't this annoying? This is annoying shit. So if it's 10, it's just not working out. If I put it to 9, then it's gonna be alright if I'm in front of it, but then when I'm behind, then it's not gonna be fine. So I'm kind of like torn. Should it be so that kind of like the upper body goes behind and the lower body doesn't? So like what is the like solution here? I think one of the things is that maybe it just needs to be identical to the player. So let's see here, the player, when we're going like the player shit. We have the sorting group on 10, sort at the roots. And then we have these like head 17, torso 16. Maybe these needs to be the same. Maybe that's it. They are, wait, they are actually on default layer. Does that make any difference? Hey Tete, how's it going, man? So what if we did like that? So head would be like, let's make them on default layer. Going good, nice to hear that. So let's make the, so what was it? Head is 17. Let's see if this is the solution. So head 17, torso 16, right arm 15. So it's gonna be 50. I think this should be the, maybe this should be the, wait, I think this should be the higher one though. Okay, so it still doesn't look right now, doesn't it? Hello? Doesn't change what I do with this. Käsivarsi, olkavarsi, maybe. Alright, maybe this can be something like that. This needs to be higher. Alright, so that's it. So what if that is like 17? This is like, yeah, so maybe this can be like 14, I don't know. And then head is 17. This needs to be like 17, 16. So I think this was 16 as well. And then these can probably be like lower, like 10s or whatnots. Let's do like 10s on these. I have no idea what I'm doing. Alright, so how is it now? So we're still like just blasting through them. We are blasting through them. Is our sorting group, so it's 10. The sort category needs to be up in order, yeah, probably. So let's make this 10. Hey, are we onto something? Alright, so we are now in front. We're still in front, but no, that doesn't look right. We gotta get that much ahead to be like rendered in front. What about this push? Is this push alright? Yeah, so we have a similar issue apparently with the bushes as well. Coupling's pivot is offset. So I think we have kind of like the same issue with everything right now. So as you can see, I am definitely in front, but in game, it's the point you see in your scene now that it uses to sort. Oh yeah, it is way off. It is way off. The bushes pivot is on the bottom though. I hate this. This is one of the most annoying thing about this 2.5D thing is that the freaking render layer. So where's the player's pivots? We take the player. So the player's pivot is on the like it's on the pelvis. Is that the problem? Should it be like? Should it be on the ground? I don't know. Like, what is the way to go here? Like, the effect isn't horrible, but it is a little off. Maybe you should define layer regions per object type, and player probably goes something high as 120. Yeah, like, I don't know, because it feels like it seems to be like, I think it needs to be set up so that kind of like everything that the player can kind of like go through needs to be similar layer like as the player. Because if you have the player on like priority million, then the player is always gonna be on top. Like, it doesn't matter if the bot is like kilometer behind you, we're gonna be like, or like front of you, it's still gonna print the player on top. So I think it needs to be like the same as the thing that we're passing. Like, I think this effect is passable. I think it is passable, but if we look at the actual like Z position or whatever, I think it's Z position, we can see that even if we are like in front, we are actually like in behind. So, and I think the reason for that is because of the player's pivot. So it kind of like needs to pass the player's pivot point or whatever, and it does so when we go further like. I think we could try that out. I'm not sure. This is very confusing, and I don't know if we can find any resource that explains this perfectly. When do you have time for the OBS setting check? Probably like weekend, I would say, or evening time. Evening time would be another one. What happens if we put the player on? What happens if we go to this one, and what if we like set so the pivot is on the pelvis? What if it's not? How do we fix it? So here, like sprite verse, the pivot point is on center. I think the center is kind of like good though. How do you handle the freaking layers? Rendering layer mask. What does this mean? Mask that can be used with SRP draw renders command to filter renders outside of the normal layering system. Did you have some colliders on player on enemy? Yeah, we do have some colliders. I don't know, like, is there... Can the collider outer point change the rendering point? Jonssi, good day. Does the player Z position matter? So I don't... Like, the thing is that I don't understand this completely. I would love to, like, lecture and teach you guys all about it, but I don't understand it. So the Z position does matter, but it's kind of like it has something to do with the pivot point of the object. So I'm not sure. Like, all right, let's try to like draw. Maybe we'll like make sense of it. So basically, when we have like objects in the 3D space, so let's, yeah, I can't teach what I don't understand. Yeah, it's kind of like that. So if we have, so we kind of like have 3D space, which makes this hard. So this would be really easy if we had 2D space. So basically, here's a 2D game, and we could have like some front stuff here, and then we have kind of like the level where player plays on, and then you have the player a sprite here, and then you can have like background here, like there's mountains or whatever. And this would be like simple. So basically what you do is you set this on like this could be like on layer background, because it can always be on the background, you know. The player never goes behind the background, so it can be on background layer. And then we have like the player layer or whatever, and then it can be something like foreground, I guess it's like, well, let's just say it's player layer. And then you can have like the kind of like the frontal layer or whatever. And this is simple because the player is never gonna be in front of the frontal layer, and the player is never gonna be behind the background layer. So we can just have things on the player layer, and then the engine knows that, okay, so we render this behind and this on front of it and this on front of it, and it's always gonna be fine and dandy. All right. But then we can actually like, what if we have like bushes here? So there's gonna be a bush here, and there's gonna be a tree here. Beautiful tree, by the way. Now, when the player goes here, what do we do? What do we do? So now we can basically like set that, for example, this bush is going to be on player layer, but it is like different sorted layer. So we have like a additional, we have sorting layer, which is, it's kind of like, or is it sorting? I think it's sorting layer, what it's named. So we can basically like priority this more. So it's gonna be like 2 and player's gonna be 1. So now if this is like this, when the player goes on to the same place where the bush is, player is rendered behind the bush. So the player can like walk behind the bush, all right? So that's simple. But we can make it like, it's still simple because it's 2D, but what if we make this 3D? So now we have the same canvas, but we have death, which we have death now. And here is the level, kind of like the basic level here. Player is moving on this level, and here's our guy, but he can now move every which direction. He can move every which direction. And here's the bush. So this is where it becomes a little tricky, because we are not just moving, you know, like horizontally towards the bush, and we can just like, you know, always render the player behind the bush. But no, we can actually go through the bush, because that's what we want to do. We could have a collider and not have the player move through the bush. That's one way to look at it. But I want the player to be able to walk through the bush. So how do we handle it? And this is where the pivot point comes in handy. So basically, we can set the pivot point. So if we take a look at this bush, like on a broader sense, this is the bush. This is the center point, and we can set the pivot point to here on bottom, for example. And I think how it works is that if we set the kind of like the pivot point to center, this means that when this point gets kind of like, I think it's the Z value, I could be wrong, but I think when the player comes, it's basically like if his pivot point, which is on Palevis right now, if the Z value is like greater than these points, then we are gonna like consider that he goes through it. Like I think that's it, but I don't look like this is kind of like where I lose my like I don't understand it completely. But I think it has something to do with the pivot points, so that when this point of the player becomes, you know, greater than this value, then the player is like on top. And then when the kind of like Z is less, then we're gonna be behind. Something like that. Something like that. So it's a little tricky. It's a little tricky. And I think these tools are like made for 2D games. But now when we have like 2D objects in 3D space, it becomes like much more difficult. If anyone can find like really good resources about explaining this, I think we ought to like I think we ought to like learn. We gotta learn this, because I still don't completely get it. I still don't completely get it. And here is kind of like a good example of it. So now this is kind of like the problem. Like you can see the feet coming through it. And I think it's because of the pivot point. I think if the player's pivot, like rendering pivot point, was on the feet, I think we would be good. But now that we are not, it's on the pelvis, we don't go like past the bush's pivot point. I think that's what's happening here. If somebody like understands this better, let me know. But that's kind of like the 2 cents I have about this. Now, how do I change the pivot point of the character? I guess it needs to be like set to the feet, but is that gonna fuck something up? Probably. So I think the pivot point is this. So here would be the center, and here's the pivot. I used masking for this. Yeah, I don't know how to do any of that. If you can explain to me, I would love it. I would love that. So I'm kind of like thinking, what if I moved... The Z is 2.77. What does that mean? Does that mean anything? I don't know. Let's try. I don't know. Let's try. Probably not. Does that do anything? No, we're still we're definitely like still sticking our feet to like through the bush. Definitely not. Yeah, so how do I change the pivot position? Like, is it so that I like move everything behind below here, so I have all these shits? So is it so that I move like everything higher? What if I like, I don't know, what does this do? So it still didn't do anything. Unity, how to change character pivot points. There's no way of changing the pivot point of a model directly in Unity, since it's technically just a general position of the vertices, and modifying geometry is in the job of the Unity editor. However, one way of changing the pivot is just making the object a child of another and using that one's position. Yonsi, thank you so much for the follow. So basically we could do it, but I don't know if this is... Koivu, good day. Yonsi, I have a feeling you might be Finnish, are you? So for example, here we have like the sort character. So I suppose what we could do is kind of like change this one's pivot. Then this would be still here, so that doesn't change anything now, does it? Perkele kyllä. Hyvää päiväni kuulija. Alright, I don't freaking get it. I'm just gonna like discard these. Does the main character have a name yet? Yes, he's Väinämöinen. So what the fuck do we do? I'm gonna ask ChatGPT if it like can narrow it down. So hey ChatGPT, I have a problem with my game's rendering kind of like order and stuff. I need help to kind of understand what I need to understand, and if there are some resources to help me understand. Alright, so my game is 2.5D in the sense that I have 2D paper-like characters in a 3D world. Now, sorting characters, background, foreground would be simple in a 2D space because the player will never be in front of foreground, for example, nor will it ever be behind background. But now that I have a 3D space, I want my character to be able to run past a bush, for example, in Z-axis, and now we have a problem because the bush will appear either always behind me, behind the player, or always in front. I know there are some things I can do, for example, make the bush be at the same layer as player and sort it in a similar way so that Unity knows when to draw the bush behind and when in front of player. But I'm still struggling with consistency, especially for more complex characters, for more complex game objects that consists of many sprites. What is the correct practice here? Can you point me toward to correct to good resources or something? How do pivots play a role in this issue? All right, so I'm hoping ChatGPT has like a more kind of like well-rounded. I think it's actually like, I think these AI tools are better at kind of like Googling, especially if you don't know what the right words and terminology is. So yeah, yeah, there's no bullshit, like fuck that. Classic issue. The problem: Unity's default sprite renderer is 2D and expects sorting via sorting layer and ordering layer. In 3D world, that doesn't help when objects overlap based on X-axis or Y position. Yeah. So what do you need to understand? Sorting using Y-axis, Y sorting. In many 2.5D games, Stardew Valley, Don't Starve, a common method is sort objects dynamically based on their Y position. Huh? Y position. Lower Y means they are visually closer to camera than they should be should be drawn in front. Y is the height. Right? Like, I don't think Y is the solution. Like, if we go here, Y is the value that they go up. I think he's talking about Z. Yeah. Like it's Z, right? It's Z. Gen Z Sigma, yeah. Pivots and sorting. Unity sorts object based on their position, but position is based on the pivot. Yeah, this is the pivot shit. If your character's pivot is at the feet and the bush's pivot is at its base, then it will sort intuitively. The character will walk in front of or behind depending on why. It's not why. But if your pivot is off, middle of the sprite or too high, things won't sort correctly. All 2D sprites, bushes, trees, characters should have consistent pivot points, usually at the bottom center or ground contact point. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, boys. Oh boy, this is bad. This is bad. For multi-sprite game objects, you want to put all the visual sprites under a parent game object. Yeah, we have that. Use the parent's Y position for sorting. Okay, so optional Z sorting. Don't use Z. What? Don't use Z for sorting in 2D or URP unless you really know what you're doing. Unity renders based on sorting layer / order, and Z position is mostly ignored in URP 2D rendering. But if you're using a full 3D camera and not 2D URP, then Z can help, but it comes with challenges like depth testing and layering inconsistencies. So pivot should be at the bottom of sprites. Dynamically set sorting order based on Y position. Alright, so the thing is that the Y position in my world is vertical. The Y positioning thus doesn't work. It is the Z position in the world that shows the depth and is the correct axis in my case. Couple of problem. Could you rewrite your guide keeping this in mind? Also, I don't know how to change the pivot of my character. It is currently in the pelvis and I have no clue how to change it into feet. In Unity Z and Y are switched, all other engines using it the other way. Really? Cortex, that's interesting. I guess the one way to change pivot is to create empty game objects and drag that inside it. I guess so. Perfect, thanks for clarifying. Since your 2D and 3D world and Z axis is your depth, we'll flip the usual logic. Instead of Y, we'll be using Z. Yeah, it has some tutorials. Sprite render and sorting, practice 2D sorting. I don't think that's helpful. Pixel Architect's video on Y sorting in 2.5, so that could be useful. GD Quest, isometric sorting. Alright. So let's see here. Y vertical, X horizontal, Z depth. So you want characters and objects to sort correctly depending on how far back or forward they are in 3D world, yeah. Sprite renderer sorting order int minus transform position Z times 100. So what is this? What is this? This way, a lower Z closer to camera gets higher sorting order drawn in front. Attract this kind of script to each object that needs dynamic sorting. Z sort order. Late update sorting order. Interesting. Interesting. I think this could be doable. Like we don't have that many objects right now that needs this. So I think this could be doable. Sorting group corp, yeah, we have used that and do the sorting logic based on the parent Z position. Change the pivot to feed, very important. Unity doesn't let you change the sprite's pivot after importing, but here are your options. Adjust it in the sprite editor. Select your sprite in the project view. Open the sprite editor, top right in inspector. Change pivot drop down to custom. Set the custom pivot to the feed. Click apply. Option B, add a feed pivot empty game object. If you're using complex rigs, it's better to create an empty game object at the feed position. Parent your character visuals under it. Use that game object for positioning and sorting. Interesting. Oh, interesting. All right, so I think this might fix a lot of the things. So create an empty game object at the feed position. Okay, so let's try that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a new empty. And this is gonna be called player pivot parent. And I'm gonna put it, I don't know, let's just put it, is it under low hippos now? Yeah. How do I make you, maybe it needs to be like the fucking parent. Create empty parent. So they just go under Kokko now. Player feed pivot. Yeah, so now it has Kokko in it. It's gonna remove Kokko now. Alright, so we have this now. Hey, Cheyenne! How's it going? Good day. So let's put this on Y1, which should be on the ground. Alright. So this is now on the ground, right? Now, what if we put the player underneath this? And then we're gonna move, I think we're gonna move this guy like a little higher. Why are you using Y1? Isn't it better to have it on 0? I don't know. Just what we did. I can't remember the reason anymore. Do you hold any degree related to computer science? I do not. I did 2 years of software engineer studies, and I got employed to a gaming company, so I stopped that. Okay, so now we have the player pivot at feed. So that's what we wanted to do, right? Let's make this to 0. And yeah, so what we could basically do now is, I don't know, let's try to do a new prefab out of it. And then does it need anything else? So did the chat GPT say something else? Use that empty game object for positioning and sorting. Positioning and sorting. What does it mean, like sorting? Should I do like should I do the sorting group here? Like the player and 10 or whatever. Like, is this what it means? And then I guess we're getting rid of the... I think we're getting rid of this, right? And then gonna remove this. And then we gotta like... where was the player spawner? Is it in Network Manager? Player prefab news, or we're just gonna put the player feed player feed pivot. That's the new player. Okay, so let's try it out. Cheyenne says that, oh, that's nice. I intend to pursue a degree in electrical engineering. Could you please inform me about the programming languages I will be learning and the types of programming I will engage in? Electrical engineering. I'm probably not the best authority to tell you about it. Krasmi, good day. I have not studied electrical engineering. I think what's it's called in Finnish, it's sähkötekniikka. No, yeah, Krasmi, I think we just got like a null ref. I think this is what it's called in Finnish. Let's see here. So it's like an industrial field. Let's see what it is all about. So you have electronics, where you plan different like electronics. Then you have like you know, components and whatnot. Radio electronics. Then you have more like, you know, data science or whatnot. Yeah. Let's see what it's all about. Sähkötekniikan koulutus in Finnish. So what do you guys do? What do you guys do? Is there like any... yeah. Yeah, so it has quite a bit of data science as well. Yeah, I'm not the correct guy. You should answer like ask that question, I suppose. I've been more focused on programming, and I think this electrical kind of like electrical engineering, I think it's more of, you know, getting your hands in the actual components, devices, kind of like, you know, kind of like this very like basic languages. So you're probably gonna do some C, maybe some C++, maybe even like binary and assembly. Yeah, that's kind of like what I have in my mind. So you're probably gonna be like really close to the actual hardware. And the thing about like coding languages is that, so you have the hardware, and then you have like different levels before you have, you know, like these very like advanced and whatnot languages. For example, here where the advanced languages is C#, what I'm using basically. And the closer you go to hardware, this is basically like binary. This is binary. Then you have assembly. Then you have like C and Rust, and I think Go might go there as well. Then you have like C++, and you start to have like these, you know, more advanced, more kind of like easier to learn languages. So I think you're gonna be doing binary assembly C. That's probably my assumption. And they are pretty hard languages to learn. Like assembly is crazy in my opinion. I don't know how people do it. I've done C. I've done C++. I think C is alright, but you gotta be really mindful what you do. You gotta be like allocating your own memory, and kind of gotta like you gotta free the memory and stuff like that. Jon says, where did you study? I graduated last year, but today's market in juniors in software is so bad. I know. Yeah, I'm currently unemployed as well. I studied in Oulu AMK. All right, so we need the network objects. Yeah, all right. So this prefab needs to be different, I suppose. Huh. So I wonder if I could like... Could I change this so that if I put this into the scene, what if this was like... So this is always pivoted this way for some reason. So I don't think that's the solution. So what the hell? What the hell? So now if I put this is actually correct. But now we're missing the shit. So what we need to do, I suppose... I think we need to change the... kind of like the hierarchy of the shit. So here's the character. And a lot of the things that we need are here. So I think what we gotta do is we gotta get rid of like player network, the network object. So hello. Okay, so it doesn't let me get rid of it. It doesn't let me get rid of it now, does it? Can I put it here? So network object. I don't know, I think we need network transfer. I'm not sure if we need it here though. What my dad told me, who is an electrical engineer, is multi-programming. He uses his Excel. Yeah, that Krasmi, that is the reality. That is the reality. How's Krasmi doing? So I think these two will be enough. So we can get rid of network object and network transform, I believe. Let's override that, see how it is. All right, so now we basically have these here. I wonder if we should have probably checked the stats. Well, maybe they're all right. Maybe they're all right. Okay, so this can be zeroed. This can be zeroed out. All right. So I think that's it. Now we just gotta do the references here. So network object is now gonna be at the parent. Transfer is gonna be at the parent. Network object is from here. Transform is gonna be here. All right. So we did that. Let's try this again. Let's try this again. No idea if this is gonna work. I'm good. Chilling with puppers who came to my place for the Easter. Also listing out all the browser sources in my OBS. Holy shit, there's a lot of them. Yeah, you can really get bloated with them. Okay, so what happens now? Our character here is moving. How's the pivot? How's the pivot? Can we still stick out our feet through, like through? Yeah, we can still do that. No change whatsoever. And I think we got a non-ref. What was that? Handle left click. Okay, so we missed some. We missed some. So we have the player feet pivot, which is not moving. Yeah, that could be an issue. That could be an issue. So this is not moving. Why? Why though? Why? Fuck me. It's probably because of the NamMesh agent, isn't it? It's probably because how the movement is handled. So I think we gotta do this. I think we gotta move everything. I think we gotta move everything. It's kind of like I'm getting the vibe that this kind of like shit is completely useless now. Yeah, that's the kind of like vibe I'm getting right now. So this kind of like middleman is unneeded. It's unneeded. So I think we're gonna get rid of it. Let's try it. So we got the sorting group, blah blah blah. Let's take one at a time. So we're gonna take the capsule collider, copy. We're gonna add it here. We're gonna paste it here. See where it is. So it is off. It needs to come up. It needs to come up. Let's make this 2D so we can see where we're happening. That doesn't seem right. That's pretty close. Right, then we're gonna go ahead and check what else we had. So we had bank state. Copy. Bank state. Paste. That might not work. Probably need to take the references again. Then we had player state. Just copy that. Do a player state. Paste that shit. Probably not gonna work either when we get rid of this. Then we need a player statistics. Wait, what is this? What is this script? I don't think this exists anymore. I don't think this exists anymore. I think we can get rid of that. Equipment handler we most definitely need. Equipment handler. Paste. Then we need save manager 100%. And I think there's one more, which is the box collider. Box collider. And this is gonna be like so. Let's see where it is. So it's way off. Alright, something like 25, 24. Alright, that's better. Let's see, this one is layered player. This probably should be player as well. Player. Alright. Change this object only. And that's it. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the bold thing. We're gonna move all of these up a notch. And they cannot be because fuck you. I guess I'm just gonna... I wonder if I could just delete this. What if I unpack this? What if I unpack you? It's probably gonna be a bad idea now, isn't it? So is the health canvas? I think these are up to date. I could be wrong. Let's make sure. So health canvas. Health canvas. Let's just put it under here. There it is. Does it have everything that this one has? So it has 5 things. This has only 4. Health bar, damage taken, name tag, visual parent, chat visual parent, and harvesting parent. So for some reason, this isn't up to date. The harvesting parent is not part of it. Well, let's see if we can unpack this. Unpack this. We can't. Okay, so let's unpack this then. Can we now unpack the health canvas? And now we can take the harvesting parent. Can we even like, can we even just like take this now? Yeah, we can. Alright, so I'm just gonna remove this one then. So we have the health canvas, but it's missing one. What the hell? Okay, I think I removed the wrong one. All right, so move this upwards like so. Okay, I just deleted almost 100 sources with mostly being browser. LUL. I still have some 70 scenes. Damn. All right, so we got that now. Then we gotta bring this bad boy. Is there anything to override? There is. I'm a little scared. Have I actually done anything to this? I'm just gonna do a wild assumption that this can be deleted. And then the player canvas, let's see if we can put it underneath the player. So I assume that's gonna work. And then we can remove this. And then we are gonna bring in the sort character underneath here. Something like that. Okay, so I don't know. Are we fucking up, fucking everything up? Probably. This is gonna be called player. Player. Beta player. Beta player. Yeah, beta player, people. And let's see what else. Now we got, well, now we need all the references which we don't have. So health bar script, I hope it's there. Damage taken script there. Base controller, don't know if we need that, to be honest, but I don't think we actually need base controller for the player. Do we? Oh, we're missing player controller, aren't we? I think we're missing player controller. I think we're missing player controller, so there it is. Player controller, animator, and we have beta player, blah blah blah. Then we have player controller, inventory, equipment, player tag. Player tag, apparently it's not that one. Player tag component, where is that? Where is that? Player tag component. Wait, where's that? Name tag visual parent. I would have assumed it would be here. Okay, so these, is it here? No? Oh my lord, kill count is here. So we're missing all of these as well. The rune parent. Player tag, where are you? Is it under player canvas? Name tag parent. I am lost. Player tag. I think it's gonna be this one then. No. Name tag input. Player tag component. Text mesh pro. What is it? What is that? I don't know. Fucking hell. What else do we have? We have equipment handler. I think it was in the main one. Save manager, definitely the main one. Bank state in the main one. We don't need the bots. Then we need sprite library. Where is that? Okay, it was there. Weapon sprite resolver. I wonder if it's gonna be like under here. No. Sprite resolver. Alright, I found it. Shadow weapon, let's go. I found them. Then we have these. We can get it from here. What else? Then we need player controller. Agent. We didn't add numbers agent, did we? Oh my god, how did we forget about it? How did we forget about that? Fucking hell, let's player prefab new does not have. Yeah, sure, just add it. Alright, so are we underneath here? Yeah, rename. Alright, so what was the... So first of all, where is the name tag visual parent? Player tag. It's under name tag visual parent, okay? And then let's copy this num-mesh agent shit. Alright, let's go. Paste. And then the name tag was under, I think it was this one. Yes. Alright, progress. Alright, so agent, animator is gonna be under, it's gonna be here, network animator is gonna be here, transform here, player state here, player avatar transform. I can't remember, is it this one? What did we use on that? I need to go check. Player controller. Player. Yeah, it is the. Yeah, okay, so I got that right. I got that right. Player network objects. Interaction UI menu. I don't think we need that. Player collider. Player canvas game object. Cursor transform. Wait, cursor transform? What? Cursor animator? What? Are those actually somewhere? Equipment handler. Name pop up. I don't know what those are. Bank states. Okay, so let's cursor transform. What is that? Are those actually thing? Click object. So there is a click object. Oh, I cannot believe it. Click object. Is it under player canvas? Yeah, it is here. All right, I'll be damned. So click object is this, I suppose. And the animator's there. Name pop up. So that's one thing we're missing. And interaction UI menu. Name pop up. Where's that? Name pop up. Input name parents. Oh, it's just a prefab. Oh, it's just a prefab. All right. I think it's that. I could be wrong. The Cosmo is like, I just remember I haven't eaten for like 5 hours. Doing something fun actually makes you forget. Yep. I agree. Okay, so we got a lot of shit now here. Does this work? I highly doubt. But at least we're giving it a fair chance. So under network manager, we gotta change that now. So this is supposed to be the beta player. It is beta player. All right. Yeah. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Oh man, we are logging in. We're hosting. We are getting null refs. We are definitely off the ground. Let's see what's that about. Let's see what's that about. So we have our beta player somewhere here. Beta player is, yeah, it's just off the ground. It's just off the ground. That's basically it. Is it because of the nav mesh? Okay, so that's wild. Can I move you down? No. So why are you like this? Why are you like this? Oh, I think it's because of that. Alright, so are we now? I think we're perfectly on the ground now. Okay, so how does it look like if we go behind the bush? Is it better? No, we can still definitely do this. Yeah. We can most definitely still do this. We can go through, so nothing changed. Nothing really changed. Okay, so what the hell? Nothing really changed. How is the bush located? Yeah, so if we go like, if we go the Z value, like for example here we are like we should be way in front of, we should be way in front, but in the game we are behind it. So if we take a look at the berry bush, the sprite sort point is at, it is at the ground. It's not the pivot of the game object, it's the pivot of the sprite. It could be, yeah, it could be because of the sprite. I don't know. Let's ask our GPT. All right, so yeah, same. Yeah, this is really annoying. All right, so I created a new empty player. Let's go, Tetra. How's it going? Yeah, please come mock me. I am a little bit like lost right now. No joke. So I created a new empty player game object that is located at the ground level, and I put all the stuff as its children. Nothing changed, even if I set the sorting group components into their roots. My feet are still sticking through the bushes, through the bush, or like through the bush, even if I'm in front of it, and the bushes pivot is at the ground level too. Now, Should I consider the Z sorter component or what? How are you doing? Bright weather, nice Easter holidays, depression leaving my body. I'm very happy about that. I feel better from day to day and my game progresses very well. Hey, I'm really happy for you, Tetra. We are making progress, but we got a pretty big one here. And it's about the sprite sorting. So it's basically like Z sorter. Let's try this. Let's try this out, all right? Yeah. Can I help you? I can explain it. I explain the problem to you in full detail, but I'm first gonna try this. So we're gonna do a new script. It's gonna be called Z sorter. It's very simple though. It could be, yeah. It could be, yeah. Let me just try this and then we'll talk, okay? Give me just a second. So let's try this. Go to edit, project setting, graphics, change sorting axis. Really? Is that it? Okay. I really want you to be right. From top to bottom, the individual Z. Honestly, if you're right, I'm gonna kiss your toes. I'm gonna lick them clean. I can be your butler for the rest of the days. But let's first test this out. Oh man, but hey, I'm really happy to hear that you're doing better. All right, so we are getting null ref. What is the null ref about? Failed to load data. So we are getting yeah, so there's some shit that's not important right now. It's not important. Okay, so we're still on we forgot about the fucking mesh. So this needs to be set to 0. This is, by the way, like, even if this was kind of like useless work, this new player prefab is better. Like, I think everything should be set this way so that they are on ground level. I think it's just so much better. Okay, so here we are. Nah, it didn't change shit. It didn't change shit. We're still sticking our feet through the bush. Nothing changed. Alright. Tetra's time to shine. Let's go. I'm just gonna... Also in future, making sure everything is on ground and pivot points are perfect should be first thing to do. I know. Yeah, you're right. I didn't really understand the whole thing, and I kind of like, you know, I let it be. All right, so let's see here. Tetra says that go to edit project settings, and from top to bottom, project settings, graphics, change sorting actions, graphics, change sorting axis. URP. Stop. There's the custom axis. 0, 0, -1. But I'm using URP. Is it under here? Built-in. A scriptable render pipeline is in use. Settings in the built-in render pipeline are not currently in use. So this is definitely like this one, but I'm not using it. I'm using URP. Let's see if there's any like URP. Yeah, let's see if there's anything we can do around here. Depth of field. Panini projection, I like that. Split zoning, white balance. Volume. What is this? Found it. Tetra, you are a lifesaver if you know what's going on. Click graphics top. Where? Default pipeline click. Yeah, this one. We got the RP assets. Then we have render thing also. The left object in project folder. Oh, PC renderer, this. Opaque layer mask, transparent layer mask, rendering path forward. Plus. Depth priming mode disabled. Depth texture mode, depth texture, blah blah blah. Is it the depth priming mode? No, that's the wrong file. We need a render data. Okay, so we have like these. We have default volume, mobile render. I don't think we're using that. Mobile RP asset. Then we have this PC renderer. Here's the post-process data. Is this something like what? No. The bottom one. Render pipeline global settings should be edited from project settings. So it's saying that it should be changed here. No, I'm confused. Same. I think we're using this one. Project settings. Like, here's the like default render pipeline. It is this one. It is this one, yeah. Look at Discord. That's what I got here. Render 2D. We're not using 2D render though. I think that's the thing. Maybe that's the reason. Yeah, we don't have a 2D renderer. I guess that's the thing. So this is called... Yeah, there's not much here. There's not much here. I don't know what these are though. Here's kind of like rendering path, depth priming mode. Like, what is this? While depth priming enabled, Unity uses the depth buffer generating the depth prepass to determine if fragment should be rendered or skipped during the base. Yeah, that doesn't seem right. Got it. Tetra is amazing at this. I don't think these are it. Edit project settings. Renderer Jesus. Yeah. Tetra is really good. Graphics. Transparency sort mode. I saw that at some point. Transparency. Why can't I see that? Transparency sort mode. Am I blind? Like why can't I see that? Search box. Transparency sort mode. Or if you want to change it with the code I sent you. Void start, camera main, transparency sort mode, custom axis. I love the comment. Interesting, so it's under camera. It's under camera. Can we like change it here? Field view, rendering, renderer, post-processing, blah 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 blah. Opaque texture. I suppose it's not here then. HDR rendering images. Yeah, I guess it's not here. So what should we do? Like, does it matter where this is? This script? I guess it doesn't really. I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, it takes the main camera. Well, I guess I'm just gonna let's add it here on the actual camera. If the camera has the tag main, then it takes that. I think it does. Yeah. Let's just do camera transparency. Camera Z sorter. I don't know. Let's try that. Interesting, Tetra, interesting. If this, yeah. I'm gonna be happy if this is the case. This is a big nuisance for a long time. Let's go. Let's go, Cosmo. All right. Is our Unity like... Oh, I think our Unity is crashing. Love being helpful. Really appreciate it. Guys, don't make a 2.5D game. Just make a 2D game. It's gonna be all better. Make a 2D game. Don't even bother making a 3D game. Now I'm a little upset we didn't use the built-in render because we could have used the easy Z axis or create a normal 3D game. No. Do a 2D game. You don't want to do a 3D game. You're still on preview 6. I suppose so. Yeah. We're on 0.14 F1. Is there a new one? Let's go. So what do we need to do? So we are going under main camera. Let's try that again. So here we're gonna add the camera Z sorter, and I'm just gonna add the... Do I have it on here? Yeah. All right, so there it is. There it is. Oh my God, please work. Thank you. Okay, so let's see. Logging in. Logging in. We are running. We are running. Okay, so it's way different now. Wait, what the fuck? What the fuck? So it's like the wrong way around. Maybe it should be like plus. What? What? I think there was something to that. Tetra, that's completely fine. If that was the only problem, you are a god. If that was the only problem, you are a god. If that was the only issue, you are a god. That looks really good. That's really fucking good! Oh my god! Guys! 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 That's huge! Fuck yeah! Oh my god, it's... No way that was it! No, there's no way this was it. Oh my god, and I can just like... I can just fuck all the freaking sorting orders, is that right? Ah, it's so good. If anyone has money, please give Tetra a sub. Give them a kiss. This is fucking huge. This is huge. Oh my god, Tetra, you are the man. All right, so can we do an appointment? I have some toe sucking to do. Holy shit. Edit project graphics, transparency, sort mode. This setting should be like the second row or fully visible in the menu under camera settings, but claps to Tetra. Oh, it's so fucking good. I really want to see like how good it is now. I want to see how good it is, alright? So let's just do like this. I'm gonna be here watching the Z-axis. Alright, we're watching it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We are behind. We're behind. And then we're in front. Yes. Yes. All right. All right. Please. All right. So do we have any money people give Tetra a sub? That's the least we can do. Yeah, I would really appreciate that. If somebody could do us a solid. That is absolutely beautiful. So Yossi says that there might be a way to change it here as well. So second row. Graphics, transparency, sort mode. This setting should be like the second row. I don't freaking see it unless it's under camera. Yeah, it's not visible for you. It's probably because of this specific, like we are using URP. We're using URP. All right, so this is the least we can do. This is the least we can do. Tetra. Thank you, my Austrian friend. God damn, that was absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right, so I'm just gonna cry because it's so pretty. Tetra just clutched a perfect way to handle rendering in the game. We added a small script into main camera to handle the sorting via Z-axis. Yeah. I cannot believe it was that. It was that. I wonder if we could just get rid of all the sorting shits. If we could just get rid of all the shits. I don't know if we can, but maybe we'll try it at some point. Okay, let's we can make the bots move again. Let's have the bots move again. So what we need to do is go here, here, and enable the movement. They should be running around happily again. But honestly, Thedar, thank you so much. You're MVP. That was huge. That's honestly, that alone was one of the like best reasons to stream. Danke für das Geschenkabo. Geschenkabo. No idea what that is. Sounds exotic. So thank you for something. Maybe it was the gifted sub. Hey, but Tetra is not gonna get us, not gonna get any ads now. All right. So my Unity is kind of like, it's kind of slow. It's kind of slow. Where can I check if there's a new version? Installs. Official releases. Where can I see if there's a new version of Unity? These are the questions. It's literally doing two same files, like din 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 din. Sometimes my Unity do be doing this, and it's really annoying. Like, you're not doing anything. Unity, go home. You're drunk. All right. Sometimes you gotta kill it. Use Unity version control. Add installs. Like, I would assume it would kind of like tell me here, but it doesn't. Add. I don't know. I think this is weird that I think it should tell you here that there's a new version. Oh, okay, so I think this shows like what versions. Hey, that's new. All right, so I found it. I think I found it. So that's recommended. I don't want a Visual Studio community. I don't think I want Android builds. Well, let's do it. iOS, maybe WebGL, yeah. Windows. Let's take that away. Android is probably fine. So we need a Linux dedicated server. And that's probably it. Do we need a universal Windows platform build support if we want to like do Windows build? Which one is it? Universal Windows platform build support or Windows build support? Anyone got a clue? Everyone went silent. I don't know. Yeah, Unity, Universal, Windows, Platform, Build Support versus Windows Build Support. What is the difference? Universal Windows UVP for the store. Regular Windows is just normal desktop program. No idea about Mac stuff. So it's not the universal one, I suppose. So I think it's just that. All right, let's go with this. Installing. I am growing hungry. We've streamed for 3.5 hours. We got a major win. I'm kind of like torn. Should I eat something or have a snack or something? I gotta stop in like 40 minutes or so. So I'm kind of like wondering. I'm wondering, guys. So what do we have left? So basically, this layering, this was beautiful. We absolutely did that. So we have already nailed like 3 out of the 8 bugs or to-do lists. So these are a little bit like lesser issues then. So we have save HP that we can do. I think this save HP is just gonna be like... how should we do it? How should we do it? So server needs to be handling it. I think we could just have the boss, kind of like the boss fight thing, handle that. Oh man. I think I'm gonna go grab a sandwich because this is installing. BRB, my friends. All right, so it turns out installing these now was a mistake. It's taking a long time. Good stuff. All right, I'll definitely leave another hour. Okay, so the chat died out. Can somebody write something so I don't feel paranoid that it doesn't work? All right, it's all right. Maybe there's someone there. Maybe there's nobody there. Okay, so what do we need to do here? Tetra just literally helped us with one of the biggest problems. Feeling lonely, yeah. It's like there's always the little devil on my shoulder. Like after all these years of streaming, they're saying like, hey, there's no one there. there's no one there. Nobody cares. You're alone. And then you're like, Jonsi's like, Verkarina, let's go. Thank you. Lareis as well. Thank you. All right, so the save HP part, I think it's gonna be pretty simple. What we gotta do is, that's actually quite interesting. When should we save health? Should we do like whenever we kind of do like on a health change? We're just gonna like store it. I think that's what we're gonna do. So you can't cheat like your health so easily. Yeah. No one cares, you're alone. And I'm like, thank God, finally. I don't understand most of the time anything. It's really fun to watch people do stuff they like. Oh, I really appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. It feels like every day Laretski's here. 2 months, 5 days. I wonder if that's correct. Feels a little low. Maybe it doesn't work. Bosses should regen. I think this is gonna be on the boss fight. So we have the boss fight logic. I think that's gonna be it. If we put it in the boss fight, then there's not gonna be it's only gonna be for bosses, which I think is gonna be fine. But we might want to consider a broader, solution. Then we have dropped item size is inconsistent. I think what we're gonna just do is kind of like, maybe we'll do like debug drop item, and we're just gonna like increase the sizes of them. I don't know. Fight animation trigger system, that's a big one. I think we could look into that tomorrow probably. IATRA fixes, yeah. I think if we redo the NPCs the similar way that we did the player now, I think it's gonna fix basically all the kind of like positional problems. All right, so we're cooking here. We are 6 out of 15 completed. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. We have officially 2 weeks of time. We have 2 weeks of time. Wait, do we? So it's Yeah, we do. So it's 2 weeks of time until we gotta get the beta out. If you want to get the Steam rollout, we probably need like, I don't know, like, let's see. How long does it take for Steam to review and publish my demo version of the game? Like, how long does it take? The demo review process takes about 3 to 5 days. No? If you're yeah, so I have already a store page. Approval can take few hours to a day or two. 2 to 5 years? Oh my god. Yeah. Steam demo review process takes. Let's see what the Reddit says. Reddit is literally the best source these days. It's exactly what they say, but we're in late November. It's generally within 3 to 5 days. All right. So if we get the beta version done, it is true, Alistair. Yeah. Like, I think like Google has become so shit of a service that literally if you wanna like get good information, you're gonna be like, all right, so how to make pizza Reddit. Like, this is literally like the best way to find like good stuff these days. Because if I make like how to make pizza, I'm probably gonna get like ads. All right, so this is actually not that bad. Maybe it's like best couch, and now I'm gonna get like ads. This is ad. This is ad. Then this is probably gonna be like Reddit is probably gonna be the like way to go. These are ads. Usually there is honest truth. It's full of trolls if it's bad, like the Reddit page / comments. Yeah, there's a lot of that as well, but they usually get like downvoted to oblivion. All right, so we should probably no, close it. We need to open it with a different version. There it is. All right, we're upgrading, guys. We are at 6000.0.46 F1. I meant like, you know, when the post is good, when there's no trolls. True. Hey, we got a different wallpaper here. Awesome. Best couch, am I right? Alright, let me see here. So we need to add these NPCs. Ilumski has done the kind of like import things here, but he hasn't had time to kind of like animate them and rig them. So that's still yet to be done. I think I'm gonna give him a little bit more time until I come swooping in. I think he just does a good job at that. What else do we need? Yeah, we need to add the tier 5 gear. And these are pretty like, that won't take too long to make. About the major kind of like features, we still have the dueling, which is a little bit of a question mark. The elo is still bare minimums. But other than that, we're kind of good. We're kind of good, guys. I believe in the 2-week span. It's a little bit unfortunate that the Easter is here now, so it's gonna be a 4-day weekend. So I don't know how I'm gonna be able to stream then, but I'm gonna do my best to do at least one stream on the Easter, because we do have a lot of things to do and kind of like a lot of things to fix and make better and whatnot. Even if the major features are kind of like there's a lot of sharp edges everywhere. Alright, so opening the project is gonna take 2 business days. Love it. Just close the Visual Studio Code. Hey Tetra, please call me Ame. I want you to do me a favor. What's up, Tetra? I'm an OC? Yeah, exactly. Getting the demo build will show biggest improvement points quickly. That needs to be worked on. Yeah, I think that like if we get like my plan is to sure thing that right now is a perfect time because we're waiting for this. So my plan is to get the beta out in Steam or like on Steam, and that people can play it and they can play test it and kind of let me know what they want in the future. You can speed it like 1.5 to 2 times. All right. Well, what is it? Send you the link. All right. Project Renautica. It's not out yet. It's literally 4 minutes. 4 minutes ago. No worries, no strange things. Yeah. So it doesn't let me watch it yet. Hey, they changed the logo of the editor. Alright, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna do some version control on this one. Let's commit this. Updated the Unity version into 6000.0 by 46 F1 or something. 46 F1, yeah. Try again. I'm so annoyed. Yeah, it takes YouTube a little bit of time if you like upload it with a high reso. And if you're a small creator, it takes a little bit of time. It might take up to an hour or something. All right. So, here we go. Let's fix some of the remaining issues. So we basically, so save HP. So I think what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go into player state. And we have the health on value changed. So what I'm thinking here, we're gonna do here is we're gonna be let's save the player's health, and we're gonna be like if is server and it's not a bot. Yeah. Then we are going to go ahead and like save health. And this needs to be implemented, obviously. Health value. All right, let's see what we need to do here. So basically, I think it's gonna be like this. I think we're actually gonna like copy paste this, to be fair. Save player health, and this is gonna be the int health value. And what do we need to do? Player name. I think we need to do the player name. Is this, what is this? Player name, health value. I think we need a new field for this. So let's do no. So inventory key, equipped key, bank key, player name. Wait. So how does this work? So here are the keys. I think we need a new key, yeah. I think we need like a health value or something like that. And I think it's just gonna be called like a health value. I think we gotta like load this. And then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do this new result. I think we can just like do this. Let's copy paste this. The link works now, alright? Health value. Alright, so we're gonna get the health value. And we're gonna out a health value. And we're gonna go ahead and change the player state health into health value as ints, I suppose. And let's do like player health loaded from cloud. And else we're just gonna set it to, do we have a global settings? Default health, yeah. Default health if not found. Player health save not found. No health found. Yeah. I think that should work. I can be wrong. And then what we gotta do is store it. So save player health. We're gonna be like save name. This is gonna be the player name, health value. It goes here. And we're checking if we're signed in. Then we're gonna be like set it new dictionary string and object. So yeah, I think the object is the int now, and it's gonna save it. All right, let's try it out. Let's try it out, and afterwards I'm gonna see the video. All right, let's try it. Oh, what? This looks completely different. This looks completely different here at the top now. What am I looking at? Play mode scenarios. Oh, you can switch it. Interesting. Interesting. I already had 6, but I had the preview. This is I think this is more like a, you know, further. How did I hit for 7? Okay, so there's something going on. There is something going on. Okay, so everything's broken. Oh man, I do not like Unity 6. What's wrong? So we got some problems. Fuck. Alright, so we gotta fix them later on. Let's take a look at the video now. It's 20 past. YouTube people, I'm gonna call it here. See you tomorrow, alright? If you wanna continue watching the last 10-20 minutes, head over to twitch.tv/amasis.